Hi, does your child have dyscalculia, or do you think they might have dyscalculia? Well, either way, it doesn't really matter because my teaching would be based on exactly the same philosophy. In fact, for all of my students, irrespective of where they are in their learning journey of maths. And the idea is teaching for mastery. And what does teaching for mastery mean? Quite simply, it means addressing the foundations very, very thoroughly in understanding before working on the next layer. And to give an analogy, you can use the idea of a construction of a building or a Jenga tower, but we certainly wouldn't attempt to build more of the Jenga tower if the bottom bits are not secure and the foundation isn't good. In fact, my background as an engineer reminds me often that you may look at a building site, and in the building site you might go there and see that there's nothing there. They work on the foundations for like weeks, maybe even months sometimes, and so suddenly all the floors start going up very fast, much faster than how the foundations. So that's a reasonably good analogy, and teaching for mastery demands that the foundations are first put into place. But it also means that, say I have someone in actually year 8, and it turns out that they have 2 or 3 concepts that somehow they just didn't learn or weren't put into place securely enough when they were in year 2 or maybe year 1. I can find out what those issues are based on my experience and training, etc. And I can pinpoint those different concepts and work on them until they are totally secure. So tutoring dyscalculia students, or really any students who tell me they don't get an idea, or whenever they say I don't get this, that's in some ways music to my ears, because often what they're saying is I don't accept what you're telling me at face value. It's not going in. I simply will not take it in. They might just throw it out. They will reject it back to you. And to be honest, they're right. Because all the ideas we learn at school level mathematics are really, really complex, especially the early ideas. And to give you an example, numbers, digits, and numerals are 3 very separate ideas, but when you combine them, we can come up with the number systems, including the modern number system. So 10 is the 2 digits, combine them together, they represent the number 10, and that is perfectly obvious to me and you. But 10 in binary is not 10. Those digits in binary combine to make 2. 10 in hexa combines to make 16. The number 16 represents the number 16. What about 100 with a colon in it? Well, it certainly looks like 100 if we skip the colon out, but actually now what we're saying is it's 1 hour, or really 60 minutes. So 100 in that representation is 60 minutes, and students will see this all the time. And talking about time, time and money can be a real issue with students, but once they work and understand what all this stuff comes from, it does make sense. So that's I certainly wouldn't do multi-base systems right at the beginning, but they do eventually come in because we use them in things like time. So how can I help, and how does my teaching method actually work when we're doing it? So the first bit is the live tutoring itself, for which we'll use a video platform. At the moment I use Zoom, but it can be something else. We will also use an online whiteboard. So an online whiteboard is this really beautiful interactive space where both me, it's not me telling my students in one way, both me and the student can interact on this interactive canvas. This is just an example of an iPad, but it'll run on any other platform like a computer, laptop, etc., etc., where we can both doodle and crucially we can also move things around as like virtual manipulatives, so you can see that. And so this is beautiful interactive two-way space, and we could be sitting thousands of miles away while interacting on this this canvas. So talking about movement, we will also use real manipulatives. Coins can be real manipulatives, but manipulative is just getting hands-on with the maths, with physical objects. And some of these manipulatives, like Cuisenaire rods, are very well designed and have to be used in a specific way. All manipulatives have an element of free play, because we want students to learn through free play, through getting hands-on and then directing their learning in a more structured way. The third moving part is subitizing. Subitizing is instantly knowing that this is 4. This is important for part-whole relationships, and it's probably the most foundational element of all. And students will do this practice daily, and I will show you how to do that with your child as a parent. Talking about homework, later on we will the fourth moving part will be daily maths practice, just 5 to 10 minutes a day of mixed questions. I use Corbett Maths 5 a day for that. So these are the 4 moving parts that will be part of the tutoring. I will introduce them gradually because there's quite a lot going on. So one by one the parts will come in, and for some students we may not use all 4 parts. So it's let's call it a 4-pronged approach. And as the learning makes sense and it clicks into place, one of the most beautiful things to watch and be a part of, and one of the reasons why I do this thing in the first place, is to see students learning just start to shoot up. And as that learning shoots up, I notice confidence in other areas in mathematics, a much better sense of I can do this, self-esteem, and a much healthier, better, nicer relationship with mathematics. And it works in this order. So you crack the stuff and then all these things happen, self-esteem and confidence, etc. etc. And I truly believe, through experience and having done this with hundreds of students one-on-one, that everyone, really everyone, can learn maths and learn it well. And my loyalty as a mathematics tutor lies on to my student, to making sure they learn, and to great good mathematics, to the mathematics that is good and accurate, rather than shortcuts and tricks. So I would love to be part of helping students, helping learners. And there's more information on my website. Link that below in the description, so do check it out, and I hope to hear from you and hope to help you.